Welcome back for another program from Life for Living Well. My name is Richard, and the program I'm going to present to you today is controlling. Yes, it sounds controversial, but I'm going to give you 14 that you must not allow to control you. If you really want to have a peaceful and serenity of heart, if you really want to have a joyful and happy life, if you really want to bounce back from setback, because you have a plenty of that if you want to live in this world. If you really want to be strong in the times of storms, these four things must not control you. You have to have it like a doctrine in your mind that you ensure that this does not control you. Okay, number one, do not let your thoughts have power over your actions or your decision. Number two, do not let people control you. Number three, money. Do not allow money to control you. And the last one, which is number four, never allow your past to have a control over you. So now I'm going to explain a bit how your thoughts do control you. So number one, your thought. If you don't pay attention to your thinking become your feelings, and your feelings become your behavior, and your behavior become your character. And if you are stuck into fear, you bound to always find yourself in a position where you don't want to be. You see everything that happened to you as end of the world. And your thought will also attract wrong things into your life. Yeah, there is a universal law that believe that you don't attract what you deserve or what you want. You attract who you are. So your thoughts have amazing influence on what you bring into your life. Today, be a chief commander of your thought and purify your thought. Once you catch yourself in a negative doldrum, how you view or perceive an event and how you're ruminating about it, it becomes to affect your feelings and your emotion. So how do you do that? Try to practice silence for a few seconds every day. Within an hour, try to do 1 minute, take a deep breath and pay attention to your thought. And if you can't, if you're able to catch it, try to swap it over and always be in charge of your thought. Do not let your thought ruin your life. If you're thinking that you are not worthy of love, even when you attract love to your life, you will sabotage it. You will look for a reason why it cannot work. And if it does work, you will think the person is not trustworthy. But it's because your thoughts already develop your behavior to the point that you don't believe or accept that you are worthy of love. Also, how does your thought have action into you? If you look into someone outside of you as your enemy, you have anger inside of you. So at work, you can affect your relationship with people you work with. You can perceive them as your enemy. You can interpret and define, analyze their behavior. And when you get to the work, it shut down any closeness or intimacy to get to know them. And the only thing you say is their own flaw as a human being, is their own character, is their own all things that you don't like about them. So I'm implore you today, do not allow your thoughts to have control over your actions, over your life. So you, in every situation, you always have a two choice, to be kind or to be right. So when you chose kind, you always going to be right. So that's number one. Number two, do not let people control you. So sometimes a lot of people wear masks because they want to fit in. So they want to fit in because they looking for social status, they're looking for security, they're looking for privilege. So they sell themselves short by allowing other people's status or image to have influence how they behave. So they don't really show their true color. I once know an acquaintance that every time his boss invited him to come to his house, he always say yes. So I said one day when he was grumping and complaining that he doesn't want to go, but he can't say no to him. And I said, why? And he said, he's my boss. I can't say no to him. Of course, he can say no, but because he creates some kind of marks to the man and he wanted to get close to him because of the protection and the status he brought to his life, he doesn't really show his true self or become true to himself. So that's one example. There's so many examples where people are not authentic to themselves and they let other people, because of their post, because of their position in society, because of their influence, have control over their life. They sabotage themselves by saying yes when they wanted to say no, and they feel so bad inside of themselves, and that actually affect their energy level, where it brought them down to the lowest level that they want to be. Whatever you do, do not let other people control you. So I remember one of the great public speaker once said that the number one reason why people fail in life is because they listen to their friends and family. And when you allow other people to control you, you disconnected from yourself. And that has lead you to a loneliness, because when you are disconnected, you feel lonely. And it is important to not allow other people control you. When you develop your own virtues, your own values, and you check into yourself, how do you feel when you say no to yourself and say yes to other people? That brings me to number three. Number three, do not allow money to control you. Do not let desire and determination to make money to lose who you are as a person. Because once you make the money, you will never be able to get that person anymore again. And a lot of people, they have family, they have children, they have a wife, but they never see them. They never see them. They spend all their life chasing money, and the people that they are chasing money because of them, they lose the connection from them. And then they make all this money and they spend this money to look after their heads, because they've abandoned their head, they abandoned themselves, they abandoned their relationship. They prioritize things that shouldn't be the most important thing in their life. When you enjoy what you do, you definitely will bring money into your life. But lack of balance and the love that you prioritize money above anything else in your life will make you go to the places that you don't want to be. And once you are disconnecting yourself or your true self, you end up become lonely, sad, and empty. So there's a lot of people with a lot of money. When I see these people, it touch my heart that they have all the money in the world that can buy them a lot of this attraction to take them away from the lonely, but they feel so empty inside. They're looking for a connection, but they've never built this connection with their loved one, with their wife, with their children. They spend all their time to just chasing money. Whatever you do, do not allow money to control you. The moment the money have control over you, you will never be satisfied again. It will never be enough. And that take you away for the core thing that you want in your life. You want love, you want peace, and you want harmony. Last one, and I need to bring this thing. Past. Do not allow your past to control you. I've meeting people in my life, and the one thing they have in common is ability to ruminate on something that happened in their life in the past. So much as 10 years, 20 years, and when they talk about it, it sounds like it just happened. And they missing out. The past is already gone, they can't change it. And now they are not even living right now. And then it created anxious in their life, that they already worry about the future, that they don't know whether they will be there. So whatever you do not allow your past to control you. Take your past as your lesson. Take your past and learn whatever you can learn, and live your life today. If you can, live your life today and take whatever lesson the past brought to your life and try and live the life that will lead you to the highest goal that you want in your life. Do not allow your past to control you, because the past is in your mind, is in your head, is in your brain. But the past itself, it doesn't exist anymore. It's timeless, and the future hasn't exist at all. So the only time that exists now is right now. And I once met a young man, and it so really touched me that I want to wake him up. He focused on everything his parents did to him, how they talk to him, how they ignore him, and he has so much anger within him. But the same anger actually affecting his current relationship, affecting his professional relationship. He end up bringing this anger in him into the other relationship that he have in his life. This really touched me, and I asked myself, how can I help this person? And you cannot save anybody. You can influence them. You can show them the way you live your life, but you cannot live their life for them. Uh, and this is what I'm saying to you, that anger, rumination about the past is not helping you. It make you sad. Is if inflating your ego, because the more you have that there, you make yourself feel more powerless. You cannot, when those things happen to you, you have no power over it. But now you have the power, you have the control, you have the responsibility. You can change it. You can change it. You cannot change what happened in the past, but you can choose to live in a different way. So don't let your past control you, because the moment any of these four things control your life, you are mixing living right now. And what happen in your life tomorrow depend on what you've done in your life today. And if you don't do anything today, there's nothing to show for tomorrow. The past have no influence in your future, but today have amazing and great thing to happen in your future. So I'm imploring you that do not allow these four things to control you: your thought, the money, the people, and above all, your past. So, whatever you do today, I hope this message helps someone. And if you want to write to me, please write to me at info@lifeforlivingwell.info. My name is Richard, and I'm presenting this topic this week from Life from Living Well. Have an amazing day and have an amazing week. Thank you for listening, and thank you for watching this program. Thank you.